Hi there, and welcome to another Sunny Days podcast. I'm your host, Jolly, and today we've got a couple of uplifting stories, some did you know, and more. So grab a cup of sunshine and let's get started. What's up today? Well, we're highlighting a unique nonprofit that's spreading joy and helping the environment one bouquet at a time. What Cheer Flower Farm? Yes, that's the name. What Cheer Flower Farm? It's located in Providence, Rhode Island, and was founded by two gardeners who loved giving away flowers from their own garden. 7 years ago, volunteers broke ground on this special project with a simple goal to get flowers into the hands of anyone who needs a pick me up. And the best part, every single bouquet is free. Aaron Archenbach, What's Cheers farmer and head florist says, we wanted to blanket the state with flowers and create happiness and joy. And they're doing just that, regularly delivering flowers to local hospitals, to their food banks, hospices, senior centers, recovery centers, and more. One recipient was Stephen Hogan Jr. from AIDS Care Ocean State. And he said, seeing the smiles on people's faces who weren't expecting it, to just see this glow come off their faces, well, that's just great. Well, What Cheer Flower Farm sits on a 2.7-acre piece of property in Providence's industrial Olneyville neighborhood, a site that was once housed to a crumbling knife factory. In May, the nonprofit had received a record high $500,000 grant from the EPA for its effort to revitalize this brownfield site. Not only do we get to give this space back to the neighborhood, said Aaron, but by bringing life to this space that's quite literally been dead. But we're an eco landing spot with the ability to help local insect and bird populations as well. And all that only makes people's lives even better. Aaron continued with, what's good about a flower is that it doesn't need anything else. Your only job when someone gives you a flower is to enjoy them. Yes, ma'am. What Cheer Flower Farm is a shining example of how a simple act of kindness can grow into something beautiful for both people and for the planet. A sunny day's thank you for making the world an even more beautiful place. And now, a sunny day's happy birthday shout out. Well, it's from Snyder, Texas. I'd like you to meet 8-year-old Kason Garza from Snyder. He has endured almost 20 surgeries throughout his young life, and so far has many more to come after having been diagnosed with spina bifida, kidney problems, and other health issues. This year, his family learned he would need surgery every 6 months for the rest of his life to prevent further damage to his kidneys. Well, despite the surgeries to come, Kason is really excited about this upcoming 9th birthday on August the 31st. And he has one special wish birthday cards. Well, back about 4 years ago, communities from around the South Plains in Texas and even outside had come together to send Kason thousands of birthday cards when he turned 5. He said it was literally the best day of his life, and he's never forgotten it. Every time he would see the mail lady come, says his mom, he was running out there and she had the boxes and boxes of cards. That was the most perfect thing for him. He was just so happy to go out there and to get them, said Tracy. Well, Tracy said the cards would really lift Kason's spirit this year, and any other support from the community that they could provide would be helpful. So how about we mail some cards to Mr. Kason Garza? And his address is 3718 Austin Avenue, Snyder, Texas, 79549. Happy sunny day's birthday, Kason. You have a beautiful day, baby. And now, a jolly chat story we'll call Celebrations. The Johnson family farm, nestled in the countryside, was a place where memories had always been made and cherished. This year, it was a backdrop for an extraordinary celebration, the 99th birthdays of the beloved matriarchs, Grams and Pops. The air was filled with the scent of blooming wildflowers and laughter of the children as the extended Johnson clan gathered to honor the couple who had built a legacy of love, of strength, and of unity. Grams, with her silver hair neatly braided and her warm, wise eyes twinkling, sat in a wicker rocking chair on the porch, overseeing the preparations with a serene smile. And Pops, tall and sturdy even at his age, was by her side, his weathered hands resting on the carved cane he had fashioned himself decades ago. Their 9 children, bustling with excitement and energy, orchestrated the event with the precision of a well-rehearsed symphony. Tables had been set up under the shade of the ancient oak trees, laden with homemade dishes that showcased the family's culinary heritage. There were bowls of creamy potato salad, platters of fried chicken, baskets of cornbread, and pitchers of sweet tea. The grandchildren, 21 in total, ran around, their laughter blending with the songs of the birds, while the 8 great-grandchildren toddled after them, their tiny feet kicking up puffs of dirt. As the afternoon sun dipped toward the horizon, casting a golden glow over the farm, the festivities reached their peak. Stories were shared, old photographs were passed around, and the air was thick with nostalgia. Each child, grandchild, and great-grandchild took turns recounting their favorite memories with Gramps and Pops. Tales of summer nights catching fireflies, winter evenings by the hearth, and the life lessons imparted with such gentle wisdom. As dusk settled in, everyone gathered around the large open fire pit that Pops had built years ago. The fire crackled and danced, casting flickering shadows on the smiling faces that were encircling it. Marshmallows were skewered and held over the flames, their sweet scent mingling in the smoky air. Then, with a soft strum of guitar, the sing-along began. Pop started with an old folk tune, his deep voice resonating with a strength that belied his years. One by one, voices joined in, first the children, then the grandchildren, and finally even the little ones, their angelic faces glowing in the firelight. Gramps' voice, still clear and melodic, rose above the rest, guiding them through song after song. They sang the songs of their heritage, tunes that had been passed down through generations. They sang songs that spoke of love and of loss and of joy and of perseverance. The music wove a tapestry of connection, building them together in a moment of pure, unadulterated unity. As the final notes of "You Are My Sunshine" faded into the night, Gramps and Pops looked around at their family, every face dear, every heart linked by the threads of their shared history. With tears in her eyes, Gramps whispered, "Thank you for this beautiful life." Pop squeezed her hand and added, "We are truly blessed." And as the stars twinkled overhead, the Johnson family continued to celebrate, knowing that their legacy of Gramps and Pops would live on in their hearts, in their stories, and in their love that would forever bind them together. The end. And now, how about some Did You Know? We seem to find some interesting facts on movies, so I thought we might do a fun facts about summertime movie business stuff. So, what is a blockbuster season? Well, summer is considered the blockbuster season in Hollywood. The trend actually began with the release of Jaws in 1975, which set the precedent for big budget films released during the summer months. And what about the highest grossing season? Well, many of the highest grossing films of all time have been released during the summer. So studios often schedule their major releases between May and August to capitalize on the school holidays and to increase audience availability. And did you know that drive-in theaters, a staple of summertime entertainment, peaked in popularity during the 1950s and 1960s? They offer a nostalgic movie watching experience and are still enjoyed in some cities. And how about Independence Day weekend? Well, the 4th of July is prime for film releases in the US like Independence Day, that was released in 1996, and Spider-Man Far From Home, that was released in 2019. They both have taken advantage of the holiday to maximize box office returns. Well, how about outdoor screenings? Did you know many cities and hosts and towns host outdoor movie nights during the summer, often screening family-friendly classics in parks and open spaces, creating a communal and festive atmosphere? I like that. And how about a Star Wars summer? Well, the original Star Wars film was released in May of 1977. It sparked a trend for releasing major franchise films in the summer. So the Star Wars prequels and sequels often followed the same patterns. Nice. And how about nowadays with all this streaming? Well, there's streaming surge. With the rise of streaming services, many platforms now release highly anticipated movies and series during the summer, catering to audiences looking to enjoy new content from the comfort of their homes or even while on vacation. We've come a long way, haven't we? Well, did you know that stuff? And speaking of summertime movies, in the entertainment world of movies, so let's look at the top movies for this week in theaters. There's Deadpool and Wolverine, the much anticipated crossover featuring the iconic Marvel characters. There is Despicable Me 4, the latest adventure with Gru and the Minions. There's Twisters, a standalone sequel to the 1996 disaster film Twister. And Fly Me to the Moon is out, a space-age screwball comedy. Longlegs is out, a gripping detective horror film. And Dee Dee, a drama about self-discovery and relationships. And then there's Touch, an emotional story capturing human connections. The Inheritance is out, a suspenseful suspenseful mystery involving family secrets. Oh, and Project Silence, a thrilling sci-fi adventure. Good stuff, and it sounds like there's something for everyone. And what's happening in the music world this week? Well, let's see who's at the top. Here are the top 10 Billboard 100 or top 10 hits from the Billboard 100 hits for the week of July 14th. I Had Some by Post Malone, Million Dollar Baby by Tommy Richmond, Espresso by Miss Sabrina Carpenter, Please, 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 also by Miss Sabrina Carpenter. New Lies, 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 Morgan Walden. I see a theme there. By Hozier, Too Sweet. By Benson Boone, Beautiful Things. Lose Control by Teddy Swims. Birds of a Feather by the beautiful Miss Billie Eilish. And Pink Skies by Zach Byron. These ratings reflect the most popular songs based on streaming, radio, airplay, and sales data. As we come today to the close of the episode, let's remember that the stories we've shared serve as a reminder of the goodness that surrounds us every day. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so find your beauty, shine, and share it. Remember to spread love and joy and positivity whenever and wherever you go. We'll see you next week for more stories, entertainment news, fun facts, and more. Until then, peace and love always. And thank you for tuning in to the Sunny Daze podcast.